Here we go. Here we go.
Here again, my brothers.
Post-game show. Here we go. You know, let's get 13-9. Chargers lost to the Rams, basically.
Yeah, the offense is abysmal.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Our offense is actually special teams.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty bad. I mean, guys, like I look, we got some predictions to make here. I'm going to make a couple predictions. There's plenty to talk about, guys. So
yeah,
let's get into it.
Let's go.
What's up, Pyramid, man? You watching the Boat Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Boat Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Boat Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bullets in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
Let's go.
Okay, guys. Yeah, let's go.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Stick looked horrible, man. Let's throw the stats up and let's just get into it, man. Because, dude, he looked bad. I think it was a 48% QB rating, something like that.
48.6, I think is QB rating.
Yeah, last
pretty
week,
bad, folks.
Last week he had the second worst PFF. For what he did last week. This week, you're probably not going to get a whole heck of a lot. 1 pick, 2 fumbles. Pretty much not good by any means. And you can't win a game with that many turnovers at all.
No.
Tough to watch. This quarterback battle is weird to watch, guys.
It really is, yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a battle anymore. I think Duggan, whatever, he's not coming. Yeah. He's gone. Like I truly think this week we bring somebody else in. And we'll see how it goes. Kimani Vidal looked pretty good, but let's talk about the QBs briefly. But Easton Stick looked like hot garbage. I mean, look, Luis Perez at least threw the ball. He's 13 for 20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He look for a guy that doesn't know the book at all.
Yeah.
James, how many rushing yards do we have there too? By the way.
Yeah, let's look at that right now. So
Kimani Vidal looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Kimani 49. And 11 carries, Stick 22 with 5. Jarrett Patterson looked fine too. Well, he's only got 4 for 10 there, but Kimani did fine. Patterson, I felt like did a lot more too, more on the side of the pass catching ability.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
once again, it's not huge, but
yeah,
it's hard when you're not getting the ball to receivers to know what you have still.
Yeah,
right.
And you can't go into week 3 now, or at least third preseason game, just sitting here saying like, "Hey, look." Yeah. We got some guys out there, but we don't really know what they got. Simi Fehoko essentially is leading the wide receivers right now.
Right.
And in catches and yards. And that's it. Like, we got to find a way to get rhythm. And they did a lot of that kind of short pass, get the ball in the guy's hands. They started doing that, a little bit more slants, all that kind of stuff. Now, if this is vanilla, that's good. You hope when you get to the season, you could be a little bit more aggressive. Now, once again, 1s will be much different than 2s and 3s and 4s kind of thing. But it's tough to watch. It's very, very tough to watch. And how much the downturn from Herbert as a quarterback is
bad,
massive.
Well,
massive.
So I think we know who our 3 and 4 running backs are. I think we're going to run with 4 running backs. I think that could potentially happen. Patterson and I think Vidal.
Yep.
And then Spiller's probably just going to be put on the practice squad. I think that's probably established now. But, dude, I think Perez looked better than Stick. I think he actually looked like a quarterback. Again, I still think he doesn't understand the whole playbook, right? So I think that's part of the problem. I think that's why there was a lot of checkdowns. And Stick looks scared out there. And I was saying this a couple times. His footwork is garbage.
Yeah.
It looks so bad.
Flat-footed.
Oh, my God.
Really just project, showing where he's throwing the ball, like from like it's immediately, it's just too much,
Yeah, Leatherwood did not look good either.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I mean, but look, the defense looks great, right? So I'm okay with the defense looking okay.
Yep.
But you sure as hell don't want Herbert getting hurt. I do think we go out and make a splash pick. Who knows, guys? Are we going to go get Ryan Tannehill? I don't know.
Tannehill, yeah.
Let me put it this way, guys. We don't have a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Luis Perez is the answer, and Stick is definitely not the answer.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we go out and get somebody else just to
Right.
try him out. And then hopefully somebody gets released by another team, or we could go. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler Huntley's still the guy I would put in the scope. He's the guy that could be.
I like him.
An absolute plug and play immediately.
I'll definitely pull back the what if scenario about Luis Perez jumping in the and being the hero. You know, I'm pulling back that statement.
Yeah,
now,
there was no way that. Come on, like he's not that good, dude. I mean, he's okay. He can make throws occasionally,
He's
but
not that
on.
guy. He's not that guy.
No.
Well, and the thing about him, he is much slower. As you saw the sack that he took. I mean, he's very much a pocket guy. He almost looks like a Peyton Manning in his later part of his career. He doesn't have footwork speed by any means.
Right.
That's one thing that you would say that Easton Stick has too, but Easton Stick basically doesn't have a lot of confidence too. I will say the offense did look a little bit better for the first drive or so. We did get first downs. I think it was 3 first downs for the first drive. So that's progress, correct? The thing is with Stick is that you're seeing him do some good and then you're doing bad stuff at the wrong time. For instance,
good and then really bad. Yeah.
13 play drive, 49 yards, needed 1 more yard to get a touchdown. And then what do? Fumble the ball.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very that's like a drive that Greg Roman wants to see. Long, sustaining base type drives.
Yep.
Right.
Grind them down and then, score a touchdown. Make it harder on them to be able to have enough energy to get through the game kind of thing.
Right.
But that's so disappointing when you see a long drive like that and then you just hiccup the ball and call it a day.
Yeah, and QJ made a couple good plays. I mean, that one ball was right there. Simi looked pretty good. I think our wide receivers can be fine, but that's a good point. We won the time of possession.
Yeah, at least there.
Which I think is good, and I think we're fine. What was the rushing yards total? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't see the total.
Yeah. Can you pull that up?
99 for the Chargers versus 125.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that Deane Leonard interception was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, that was great. I think Deane, he's definitely earned that spot for sure.
Yep.
He's been actually pretty good. There was that little sloppy play that he had.
Let that deeper pass go and everything too. Kind of later in the game.
First down penalties was not bad.
Right.
Rushing first downs, I don't know, man. Fourth down efficiency, not good. We weren't. I mean, we were. It was a little better, but oh my god, we still need a backup. We need a guy we feel confident with.
The bigger part of it is this. I mean, and 3 full turnovers. I mean, they had 2 fumble loss, everything like that. But that third one was basically what killed the game for us too. And that's you just cannot make that happen. I mean, red zone made attempts too. We were 0 for 3. They were 0 for 1.
The big one was Stick fumbling the ball going into the end zone.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was ridiculous, dude.
That's
a quarterback issue right there.
Yep, 100%. So I mean, it's just tough to be able to see those things. But it's funny when you start looking at the stats a bit. You're like, well, on paper, it doesn't look like it's that bad. 62 plays versus 62 plays. Time of possession, you actually had a little bit higher of possession and everything too. But it just really, to me, it always boils down to turnovers and penalties too. I mean, that's really about it.
Yeah. And I'm with Aether on this. I still don't understand why you guys were talking. I was like, I literally don't even understand why you guys were even thinking.
It's a what if scenario, bro.
But it's a stupid what if
scenario.
It's
a hype train, baby. It's the hype train.
Absolutely no goddamn sense in any way, shape, or form. I'm like, hey, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? Man, it's ridiculous. I was like, shut up.
This is the MCU what if. There's the timeline.
Yeah, but there's what if and stupidity, dude. That was ridiculous. That was so stupid. But my point is, it's clear we don't have a backup quarterback, guys. That's my point, right? And say what you want to say about Perez. I think Stick might even be gone this week, dude. He might be gone. And by the way, Stetson did score on our 4th squad. I agree. Yeah. And he was out there for the entire game.
Right.
So, TR had a couple good plays, but guys, at the end of the day, man, defense was good. Offense looked like garbage again, but it does suck to me how bad we have played offensively for these first 2 games. I would not have thought we would be this bad. I would not have thought.
Yep. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, like, it's just offensively, we're really bad. Defensively, perfectly fine. Special teams, perfectly fine. We have 2 out of the 3 that are pretty much set, in my opinion. I mean, we have legitimately a solid defense that's really going to make plays. I mean, there's a lot of guys on the defense that we basically saw guys batting passes down. Obviously, right from the get-go, there was a lot that came from what was it? Our guy, Deion Henley, right from the get-go. Like, he basically just made like a tone setting, defensive on a pass. Obviously Deane Leonard played extremely well. He looked really aggressive out there. Obviously got a critical pick in the end zone. I mean, there's a lot of really good positives. The cornerbacks won this game, in my opinion. If I'm going to say a positional group, cornerbacks won it. Obviously, you could probably say the defensive line did a great job on stops on 3rd and also 4th down situations. It was really awesome to watch. Really awesome to watch.
Yeah, and remember, guys, we got a lot of rookies out there, right?
100%.
It was interesting, though, to see some like Shark came out there. Quentin came out there with Perez. So they didn't just throw all rookies out with him as well.
Yeah.
For a few plays. But yeah, Vidal looked good. Patterson looked good. I do think we have a running back room figured out. I think Spiller's going to go to the practice squad. I think our defense is going to be fine. But dude, we got it. We got to keep Herbert healthy, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes us very scared of anything that goes wrong with our quarterbacks. We do not want to see any of our backups in the regular season.
Yeah.
That's right, Aether. I'm going to be praying, dude. I'm going to be praying. We need Herbert. 9-8, September 8th. We need Herbert on field.
Let's go.
But, the one thing, too, I'll say about the running backs, like when I watch like Isaiah Spiller, Patterson, Vidal, Spiller, man, he loves to just try to like wiggle his way into trying to get a hole versus like, hey, be assertive and find the hole, hit the hole, baby. Let's go. Like,
hit that hole.
Hit that hole, baby. And so he's very, very like unsure of where to go with the ball for some reason. And it's really annoying to watch. Like, he like wants to do the shucking and jiving all the time. And it's like, bro, like when you see it, make a decision and go. Like, really frustrating to watch. And Patterson does a great job with it. I think Vidal, obviously, I think is going to be a great running back 3 for us, essentially. It's tough to watch. And it sucks because Spiller was such a very good college player, too. And it's just not translating into the NFL very well for him right now.
Yeah, and I will say the offensive line was rotated through a lot. They rotated a lot of different positions. Like, I was noticing they were moving people around on the line. Okay, you're right tackle, you're right guard, you're right this, you're, a little bit. That's a little hard because you're thinking, okay, I got to go this way now, I got to go this way, and that gets a little confusing. So maybe it's by design, Throw them in the fire, see what happens, right? And anyways. We'll see. Vidal was cooking.
Yep.
That's a new way of spelling it.
Yeah.
Vidali.
Yeah, that's Dick Vidal, I think.
Yeah.
That's the new Blue Chew.
I like that
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Foster Storell doesn't look good. I mean, man, he's kind of a utility guy.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to make a prediction right now. We're going to make a bunch of moves this week as well, too. I think you're going to see people get let go. Right. I think there's moves.
I think
there's going to be moves.
This week is a cut down week, anyways, right?
It's right before the beginning of the season.
That's all it is now.
Yep, it's one time.
Oh gosh,
one time.
Oh, like that's doomsday. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Because what happens is once they cut down, then you say, cool, they have to sit, and then other teams have the opportunity to pick up whoever's out there available.
Right.
And then if not, then they can get put onto the practice squad.
Got it.
Yep. So exactly. Yeah, and I mean, if you watch a little bit of I love watching Hard Knocks, and they always like have the player come in and, hey man, you're doing great, but we're gonna have to let you go. We'd love to have you on the practice squad. And so it's just more. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. So I mean, this is very, very interesting to watch. And I mean, once again, there's people in here talking about I think it was Cal Elliott said the offense is garbage. Yeah, I mean, right now it's not looking good by any means. But once again, we do not have our starting O-line out there. We do not have Justin Herbert. We do not have our running backs, JK, Gus. We don't have a lot of those key pieces out there too. So once again, this is considering if we're playing with a lot of twos with some ones here and there. Pump the brakes just a little bit. Pump the brakes just a little bit on the offense, guys. It's not pretty when you ever have 2s and 3s out there, you know.
But it will be interesting to see if sticks around. I mean, he showed nothing. He showed nothing.
Yeah. No improvement from the first week to this week.
Yeah, I'm legitimately shocked. Shocked. Right. I would have never thought we'd be having this conversation because I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah,
but like, goodness gracious, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say there's progress, the progress was we finally got multiple first downs the first drive. And versus 7 drives later, we got our first down. That's a massive improvement there. If you want to see a massive other improvement, we had a 13-play, 49-yard based drive that almost got a touchdown, but then you do the wrong thing and you fumble the ball at that point. So if you want to look at the positives, you could see that kind of stuff. Like I really wanted to be able to see at least a competent type of offense. Now, the big knock on Stick last year, get you in position for field goals and give Dicker the kicker as many field goals as you want. I think he went 12 for 13 during that stretch.
Yeah.
You got to punch it in if you want to win a game. You got to get touchdowns, bottom line. I'm never a fan of field goals. I don't feel like field goals do much for you other than just put something on the board. But 7 points will outdo 2 field goals.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
So remember this too, guys. They're running very base plays. They're not running crazy plays, right? And I was, who was I talking to when I said that? They're running a lot of very vanilla type of offensive plays, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think what they're trying to establish is, okay, who's our good offensive lineman? Who's our mauler? Who's playing physical? Who's winning the double team blocks? You know what I'm saying? It's not, yes, it's about winning and about scoring, but it's also about evaluating the players. So my one argument is, we haven't really seen the offense yet, but we also haven't really seen our ones out there yet, right? So, so let's be a little mindful of that fact, but it is still discouraging to look that bad.
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty bad,
right?
You know,
that's pretty awful.
What's pretty interesting though, I was watching the Chiefs Lions game earlier today, and Mahomes was out there for the first 2 drives. You had Kelsey out there. You had Rashee Rice. You had essentially their starters out there for 2 drives.
For a little bit,
for a little bit. And I'm fine with that. Now, once again, we don't have our starting quarterback out there right now, which once again, really cool thing. He was the guy who had the motivational talk with the team before the game on field and everything, kind of being the rah guy. So Justin Herbert was very involved with the team and trying to get them all pumped up and everything for this game, which was awesome to see. But, look, once again, pump the brakes just a little bit. When you get your ones, things look different. Look different.
So is Kirk Cousins still available?
No, he's on the Falcons.
That's right. Okay, I was going to say, this is an old. I was like, what article is this?
We just pulled up trying to find out who the free agent quarterbacks are.
I was just trying to find the NFL tracker.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's funny as I've talked about Tyler Huntley. I've talked about Tyler Huntley. I'm just looking at what he did today against the Vikings. 14 for 20, 135, 2 picks. Yeesh. So it's like, efficient in a sense. Did get 4 carries for 19 yards, but there is a battle for the number 3 there. The reason why I only think about Tyler Huntley is because he's been in this offense and he could just be like a plug and play if necessary. So we'll see. See.
So we got what? Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Siemian, Blaine Gabbert, AJ McCarron, Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer, you can get him dirt ass cheap, probably.
He was with the Raiders last year, so thank you. Yeah.
I think Tannehill's okay. Yeah, I don't know. You could probably get him pretty cheap. Who knows? Look, at the end of the day, nobody's going to be a Justin Herbert, guys.
Right.
Nobody's going to be a Justin Herbert. My point is, we lose Justin Herbert, we're going to be in trouble. But you're right. Tyler Huntley would be awesome if we can get someone like that. Let's look at some more slides, James.
Yeah, we'll jump on into this one. I thought it was a really funny little slide here. Now, obviously, the previous slides were just about the quarterbacks, and I feel like we've beaten up a dead horse a bit on that already. But
Yeah.
You know, I thought this was a pretty funny one where Tito is just getting hyped with Scott Matlock there, and then it looks like Harbaugh's like, please don't drop on me, dude. You're gonna break me.
Yeah,
and
right. Like,
don't fall on me, big boy.
I know I got cleats on, but please don't, step on me. Yeah.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me, man. Don't hurt me. And you know, I mean, shout out to the D line. I mean,
they look good.
Great. Did very, very good. Like I am excited about what this defense could provide for this team. It could be a very, very elite base defense. And I'm excited to be able to see this defense grow more and more and more. Now, it's once again, you got to have that offense to complement the defense. But if the defense is going to get a lot of picks, a lot of ability to get some pick sixes, that'll only help out the offense. I think it was J.K. Dobbins talked a little bit about the defense and how it's going to complement the offense quite a bit this year. And how many times do we have our defense failing on us to try to close out games? You know, it's terrible. What was it last year? We lost how many one-score based type games?
We were 1-9.
Yeah,
in
it's
one-score
not
games.
good.
Yeah,
not good.
Not great. Not good.
Not good.
Yep.
But I think truly we have a defense now that you're finally going to be able to get something where you could have closeout ability finally. And I think we got a team that's really developed very well by Jesse Minter. So I'm excited about that for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about our defense. I mean, I think across the board, I think we're going to be completely fine, man. But but it is concerning the offense. Now, again, at least QJ looked pretty good. Pop Tart was good.
Yep.
I'm excited, dude. Like, that guy's great. I think he'll come in on rushing plays. I mean, he will be a very rotational type player. And Ladd got his first pick or
reception.
Well, and the one thing I wanted to emphasize on that catch, that reminded me very Keenan Allen, like third down type situation.
Yeah.
Just get to the ball, get to the first down marker kind of thing. And it was like a very, very nice route for him and got him in rhythm. That's to me, it's great. It's great to watch that, guys.
Here.
Yeah, I unfortunately James has the slides, so I can't do it.
Control of the pencil.
So James, why don't you do it? Why don't you draw?
Let's see your
why don't you draw something?
Artistry, you know.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, what the heck?
Hey, you know what, man? Come on, bro.
Come on now,
dude.
Come on,
I'm good.
now.
I'm totally good. We're no drawing on this one. We good.
Yeah.
Tart sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome to be able to see Ladd get his catch. Get him a couple reps out there. DJ Shark was out there for a very long period of time in the with the offense too. I mean, I don't even know if he had any catches or anything at all, but I think he had a run. That's about all I saw on the stats. So I mean, that's all.
He had one catch. No, he had a carry for 3 yards.
Carry. Yep.
Little jet sweep. Yeah.
Yep. So either which way, and QJ, hey man, he made a couple catches and he didn't look bad. He actually even one of those deep out routes ended up becoming a penalty too. So hey, not too bad, guys. So
yeah, I think Deane Leonard was fine. He looked good.
Yeah.
Again, defense was great. That was a great play too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Henley did a great job.
Stud. Absolute stud. That was a trend-setting type of situation, tone-setting type play early in the game. Batting a pass down. Love to see that. I mean, Deion, I'm a big Deion fan for sure. Great dude all around too.
Go back and watch our interview with him last year too.
Yeah, definitely.
Great guy.
MVP of the game was Easton Stick. Oh wait.
No. I'm going to say this guy right here on the screen, Deane Leonard.
Deane Leonard, man.
Deane Leonard. Yep. Definitely. Yep.
I almost want to give it to the entire cornerback room. I mean, I think they all looked really, really good.
Still look good too.
Yeah, still definitely showing up. Yeah. Doing pretty solid actually there.
But I think it's what worries me about. We might not have our defensive coordinator for next season.
Yeah.
Minter might be gone. Just because of him making this defense look so good, right? I mean, so we'll see what happens. But Elijah Dotson had a negative receiving yards.
Negative. Dang.
Yeah, he had that one kind of like behind the line type catch situation, so it didn't look good for him. But bottom line, I'm surprised to be able to see our cornerbacks play so well. I mean, JT Woods even got in there a couple times too. I think he even got a sack, I believe, too.
Right.
One thing I will say in critiquing a little bit of Jesse Minter's defense, sometimes a lot of these linebacker blitzes, I feel like the linebackers are not really pursuing fast enough, or they're not attacking the line to be able to get closer to the play. they're almost being a little bit too far back, and they're allowing a middle of the field open kind of situation.
A little too timid.
Yeah, a little too timid. They weren't sure. Now, once again, guys, we're working with 2s, 3s, and 4s essentially at this point.
Yeah,
I feel like they're very, very timid at that level. Almost like they're there just to try to fill up gaps versus like really give some pursuit to the quarterback.
Yeah,
that's something I observed a little bit in this game. But gotta find more from this dang offense, man. They gotta find a whole heck of a lot more from this offense.
Yeah, that was who was that cornerback? Who was the guy that got burned?
That was you were
They
saying
got burned on that one play.
It starts with an H.
Yeah,
Harper.
Yeah, I think it's Harper.
Harper.
Yeah, and that's it's tough to be able to see like that because I know he was playing relatively well. Yeah, it's Thomas Harper, and he was playing fine, and then he ended up having that one blown play, getting that deep throw out there and everything too. So not good to see, but some positive. Once again, the defense did what they needed to do. Only gave up 13 points again. Love to see that.
Yeah, that's good.
All around stats wise, I don't think they did bad at all. They had some great batted passes. They got a pick. I mean, they even got some sacks. They got 2 sacks. All around, I think did great. I think I did great on that side. It's just
and I think the Rams are going to be a good team this year too, guys.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think the Seahawks and the I don't have a name for the Rams yet. We need
Lambs.
Oh, the Lambs.
Lambs. Yeah.
The lamb chops. Yeah.
The Lambs. I like that. So the Seahawks and the Lambs, they're going to be good this year.
Yeah.
And that 4th down catch was not a catch. He was
it wasn't a catch.
Yeah, he was bobbling it.
Yep.
Marcus Mariota. No, he's on a team, isn't he? I'm trying to think of where he's at.
I want to say the Eagles.
It might be the Eagles. I know he's on a team somewhere, unfortunately. That would be pretty interesting to see him on this team with old Jay Herb.
Yeah.
No, he's on the Commanders. He's on the Commanders.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The Spams.
There you go.
Yeah, but like I think we need a guy. We need one guy. Like that, say what you want to say about Tannehill, dude. At least Tannehill knows how he's been a veteran a long time. Like here's my thing too. Stick gets cut. Why is Stick there? Honestly, I remember last year they talked about him quite a bit. Oh, he's such a good leader on the sideline for Justin Herbert. He helps him see things.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was there to really be a backup quarterback. He was there to be a coach. Yeah. So why not get a guy like Tannehill anyways and help him be the coach for Justin Herbert? He's a 25-year-old quarterback in the NFL. So to me, that makes sense. Now, will he want to come out here? Who knows, right? So we'll see.
I mean, the big thing about the Tannehill pickup, if you end up going and getting him, you at least have an experienced guy. And I think it was Matt Money talked a little bit about it. He's like, look, you got to find a quarterback or a backup quarterback who could get you like, say those necessary 2 to 3 game type win type situations. Like maybe he's got a stretch of a couple games that he's got to go out there and make things happen. And Tannehill could be that guy. Too. And, once again, he's very much a slower type quarterback, almost like a Luis Perez kind of situation. I don't feel like he has the best of arm by any means, but at the same side, he hasn't been in a camp. So he could be that kind of a perfect fit where you could just get like a couple games out of him if necessary. And that's what a number 2 needs to be. If you see Easton Stick coming in and we kind of think as Charger fans, we're like, oh boy, here we go.
It's going to be a long one, boys.
Time to leave.
Let's start drinking. Let's pop some edibles.
Bust up the bottles of bleach shots.
Edibles and blue chews. We'll make it a fun one.
Yeah, and I think it was Bolt Lightning.
On the Rams.
Bolt Lightning was saying Jake Browning, and Jake Browning got paid pretty well to be a number 2 back for the Bengals. I mean, it's crazy about where Jake Browning. I think he might have been like Ubering, and he was talking about going to coaching, and then the Bengals ended up picking him up and. Guess what? He's doing pretty fine. So
nice.
I'm pretty confident we're going to be looking at somebody.
Yeah,
probably. Maybe
I think next week.
Maybe even next week.
Yep. I think it happens, guys. I mean, Harbaugh did not look happy on the sidelines, in my opinion. He did not look happy, and I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Oh no. You did not just go there. You did not just go there.
You know who's actually another pretty interesting prospect as a backup quarterback who would be willing to back up anybody. He's actually said that very vocally, would be Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's been around a long time. He could be a really good mentor for like people like that, I don't know, but yeah. But I mean, to rely on him for a game, probably not, Yeah.
I think I saw a video that he has like a YouTube channel and everything, and I think there was a video some dude punched him in the face or something like that.
No, he got jumped by like 3 dudes, and he
he got jumped by 3 dudes. That's right.
He handled all of them. Yeah.
I mean, once again, you just need consistency at the quarterback position at some level, and I mean, whoever that guy is, I mean, that would be great. So
magic. There you go. Yeah.
Fitz magic.
Yeah.
It's magic, dude. Hey, man, he's good. I like watching him play.
But I do think we're going to see some changes on that QB room. I think we could let Duggan go. Let me say this. Stick could even be gone this week. They may just let him go.
Sure. Well, I think that they would want to pick up somebody first.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, they're going to make that move, dump him, sign somebody else, dump him, and that's it. And Perez, I think Perez is going to stay because there's no other choice. He's looked better than Stick.
Yep.
At least, for a guy that's been there for 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Not week bad. And a half, guys.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe 10 days at best.
By the way, there has been some rumors that Derwin James is going to be playing on the offensive side of the ball as well, too, guys. So, something to think about.
It's interesting, too. We saw tight end that we just picked up last week. For some reason is
Fisk.
Yeah, he came in as a tight end and ran as a fullback, and he got, I think, like a 3rd and 1 kind of situation. He did a pretty good job on blocking on that too. So just like what I thought, he was going to end up playing a little bit of fullback too. Yeah. So pretty good.
Oh, by the way, do you see Luke Benson, or is it Luke Benson? That guy, our tight end, get pushed back into that screen.
Like,
dude, it was ugly. I was like, bro, that guy is gone. Undrafted free agent ain't gonna make the team. Seeing that, that was bad.
No, sir. There you go. That just made him lose the job. That just like that.
Yeah. And Perez looks better than Stick 100%. I think I don't think Perez going anywhere.
Right.
I don't know that he's the backup, but they might try and stick him on the practice squad, see what happens.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. I could see him on the practice squad for sure. I could see
they'll probably start him the beginning of next game, I think.
I think they should definitely do that. Yeah. Rotate it back to saying, okay, hey, Perez, you're starting the game. Let's see where you can do, kind of thing. Let the competition continue.
Yeah.
I think that would give you a better indicator. I mean, what was funny about the Perez, what was his first throw or something? A deep route kind of throw, just awesome on the money kind of situation.
Right.
But you could see a difference of how he throws the ball confidently versus like Easton Stick throws it kind of timidly kind of thing, or at least scared to try to throw
his
the ball.
footwork was terrible.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yes, bootlegger mobility of Perez is not his strong suit. He's got to be quick pass and go. Like,
I mean,
Tom Brady.
He grew up he grew up in the Phillip Rivers era, so like he picked up how Phillip Rivers handles the
right.
Yeah, I do think we might draft somebody. I mean, maybe a Tyler Huntley, that'd be amazing. But I'd really wonder what they would want for him.
I mean, the thing
is,
I
doubt it. I don't know. We'll see.
The Browns last year traded off Josh Dobbs for like a 6th or 7th round pick to the Cardinals too. So like, once again, like the Browns have really loaded themselves up with a lot of quarterbacks, and they're kind of one of those teams that I think loves to be able to have too many of one player and then trade one of them off and get an extra pick and move on. Yeah. Tyler Huntley would be a perfect plug and play kind of situation for this offense. So who knows? Maybe go after Joe Flacco. What about that? Get some Flacco action going on here, dude.
You know what you could even do, though, too, is you could wait until the final, 53-man roster is cut. And who is the best quarterback that's going to be put on a team or on a practice squad? I want that guy. You just go get him. You keep Perez as your number 2, and then that guy comes down to your practice squad.
Right.
That's it. That's the other option. And then you could bring him up, but again, it's we'll see how that plays out.
Who ended up just saying that? I can think it was Jim Allen. No, it was Jim Allen. We should trade for Joe Milton, who's I believe on the Patriots and has played pretty well for them. The thing is, though, the hard part of it is with them is that, man, the Patriots need as many bodies as they possibly can to figure out who the heck is going to be that dang quarterback.
Yeah. They still need that. They still need to figure out their situation for sure.
I mean, they had Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, which is, I'm hearing that he might be the starter week 1, which is not really that good of a move. Bailey Zappi is on there too. So Zappy Hour is still there. And then Joe Milton. That's what my buddy always calls him. Zappy Hour. Let's go. And then Joe Milton. I mean, they have 4 guys that have played in the NFL, essentially, outside of Drake May and Joe Milton, I should say. You got Jacoby and Bailey have both played in the NFL games. They do got a lot of guys there, so there is a lot of shifting around. Joe Milton played really good week 1, didn't look like he played well week 2. So,
yeah, I think they might try and bring one more guy in this week for a quick workout, and then if it doesn't work out, they just say fine. Who's best available when they finally cut down to the 53-man roster? Take whoever they got. Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, guys. I mean,
ain't no chance that's going to happen for sure.
Yeah, but I just think that makes sense, right? If you go with Perez, I mean, look, season's lost anyways.
Yeah.
If Herbert's out,
yeah,
like that, I know that, right?
Hands down, bottom line,
yeah. I know he sure ain't gonna get no needle, dude. I'll tell you what.
No.
Get that damn needle away from me, dude.
No needles. He's gonna have his own doctor.
So funny, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Punctured his lungs, dude. Oh my goodness.
Hey, you know what? That was Spanos at work. He's like, hey, you need to stick him a little bit deeper than normal because we want Herbert to get in there. Like that was
so funny.
That was a fact. He did a little something under the table there for that.
Tyrod. But again, I mean, it's just it's. I've always looked at again, guys. What do you think? The backup quarterback is there to win a game or two. At best, a 500 quarterback, right? We think Herbert can win every game that he goes into. He's competitive enough. I think a backup is usually a guy that's good, but he's not going to step in and usually win games like Nick Foles or whatever. But my point is, clearly, Stick ain't the guy.
Yeah,
I think Perez could be the guy if you had the right game plan around him, right? But still, you could probably do better than Perez. What's available, right?
Yeah,
sure. Hey, Mac Jones might be available too, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things going on after week 3 or game 3 to be able to look over that waiver wire. I mean, Joe Ortiz, I remember talking about that. He was saying, "Hey, look, man." Yeah. Basically, like that's the whole thing. Like Joe Ortiz did talk about, hey, like the season's still going on, and we're going to be looking at that waiver wire. We're going to be looking at players after basically preseason. Who else we could keep adding in there? You think right now you got Jared Tart was one of the guys they end up picking up, and he made some plays in this game. I mean, you're going to keep adding more competition to this team for sure, man.
And you're right, Jim. Correct. Who's the lesser of two evils? That's probably the right way of saying it, right?
I guess so.
Sure. Again, but Perez has looked better.
Yeah. I mean, he was, like to Andrew's point, like he was able to throw the ball more confidently down the field.
Yep.
And his footwork is way better. Like his first throw, he ran pretty far back, and then he stepped into the throw and everything, and then made that nice catch to Quentin Johnston. Sure, it was a jump ball. He still had to get up for it, but hey, that's something that's progress. And he's only been here for less than 2 weeks. Yep. And so he barely knows the playbook. He has simple plays. Like there's a lot to be said about him.
Yeah. But Amber, good point. I like Perez's guy, bowling guy, QB, not good enough to be QB2. We need to assume he's going to be ready at any time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
right.
Again, is your guy, I mean, may as well give him Tom Brady a call.
Hey, why not?
Well,
hey, Tom, you ready? Actually, someone was saying he was throwing some videos out there that
he's throwing the balls around, trying to. Of course, he's part owner of the Raiders now, so I think there'd be a conflict of interest there potentially.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know how that necessarily works, but I want to say the ownership since he is trying to work with the ownership, for the Raiders. I think he cannot play for that team. But he could play for pretty much any other team. It'd be kind of weird to think of like an owner being on field essentially.
Yeah, right.
That would be pretty interesting, and out there playing against other teams, and will be playing up against the Raiders 2 times a year. And it's funny, I just did a quick little report, or at least search on like players that could be getting cut, and Bailey Zappi was one of them that is out there, the New England Patriots quarterback, that they're kind of stating, just because it's pretty heavy work or room right now for quarterbacks. I mean, you got 3 guys that are essentially can be the guy. You're not going to cut Drake May, and you're probably not going to cut Joe Milton because you drafted him too. So Bailey Zappi could be one of those guys that could be a target. I'm not saying it will be a target, but a young guy that could potentially be better. I mean, bottom line, we need a confident guy in the back, somebody that could throw the dang ball and plant his feet correctly. And, like what was the one throw that he did where he kind of almost like didn't plant his feet very well. And it kind of seemed like he tried to throw it all sidearm kind of straight to the guy in the middle. I think it might've been to Patterson or something in the middle of the field. And he was pretty open, but like, just because he kind of like positioned his body and his shoulders the incorrect way with his kind of an off throw kind of throw. And it was like way behind the guy. And that could have created a first down, I believe, during that play. Stick just has a hard time of using his body correctly and positioning his body in the right place to be able to throw a ball on target. So it's tough to watch.
Well, in my one thing that I was talking about with Easton Stick is that it's very possible that he was just riding the couch too long.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, he was, for the first 4 years of his career with the Chargers, he was QB3, not even suiting up for anything. Just sitting there like watching the games, not from the sideline, but from the couch. And that got him comfortable, and so he was just like, oh, I don't have to be ready because there's no reason for me to be ready, And so that's it's a human thing. Like, I get it, but as a player, you would hope that he would be a little bit more in there, but I don't know, man. Like it's hard to say that, like, I mean, there's a lot to be said about like, if you have talent, because out of college, he was good. And he was winning. He won like, 99% of his games or something like that.
He killed it.
He killed it. Absolutely killed it, but if you, like the saying goes, if you don't use your talent, you lose it. So, and that's possibly what happens here,
Yeah.
Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it?
That's right. 40-year-old virgin, still best movie ever.
Actually, we said it recently.
Well, LOD basically talked about Spencer Rattler, and like Spencer Rattler is an interesting one, but I hear a lot of the rumors that a lot of the Saints fans out there want him as the starting quarterback past Derek Carr after this year. But then I've also heard some crazy rumors about some other guys that are getting let go and potentially different contracts or out of their contracts. But a lot of the Saints fans seem to be pretty excited about him being kind of the QB1. And he's a pretty good quarterback. I mean, he was really, really good in high school out here in Phoenix, believe it or not. But
oh, no way. Hey,
I think actually, it would be tough to pull him.
He's NFL Mike's and mine. Our favorite Raider player of all time.
Yes, that guy's ridiculous. Yeah. Joe Marcus Russell, this purple drink, dude.
Yeah.
I got my drink and my two-step. My drink and my two-step. Like, oh my gosh, dude.
Tech Tired, we appreciate the love, my guy.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're just gonna cut. I think it's going to be Perez, and they're going to pick up the next best quarterback that gets cut. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The one thing that I have the whole holdup, if we let go of Easton Stick immediately, like you kind of think about what Jim Harbaugh did when he came on this team. He basically was like, hey man, you're my crown jewel. Who do you need to support you? And who do you want around you? Obviously he brought back, Shane Day came back for his quarterback coach. Obviously, Easton Stick came back too. Is Easton Stick a Herbert guy? I know it's a business, and if you don't have a quarterback who's not necessarily doing the job right. Hey man, sorry Herbert, like we got to make that move. Like we want to win, right? You want to win? You want this team to win, kind of thing. We got to get a guy that can make that happen for us. I mean, Easton Stick's track record, he is essentially as a starting quarterback, he is now 0-6 in the last 6 games. Like,
yeah.
That's not good. Yeah, that's a failed season at that point.
And, and realistically, Easton Stick's plan in offense has been every single time is kicker the dicker. Or wait, switch that, reverse that. Yeah.
Reverse that one.
Reverse that.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, look, maybe we just wrap up here. I know, look, the defense looks good. Offensively, we don't have a backup quarterback. I think Perez right now is the guy.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Easton Stick is just, dude, he's lost it or something. I mean, it's a confidence thing. I don't know. I mean, his footwork is really bad. It is bad. His mechanics are not good. You know, I could show more videos on that also. I don't want to beat the guy up any further. I mean, I think he's been beaten like a dead horse at this point. But sadly, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, I just think his days are numbered at this point. I think Duggan, no chance. He didn't even play today, guys. He didn't even play. They're not even evaluating him at this point, right? I mean, to me, if he was really going to stay, they would at least play him. Notice they didn't play Casey Bauman last week, right? Yep. And he got cut this week. So I'm pretty sure Duggan's gone, and because he hasn't looked good,
right,
from what we've seen,
right.
So, but you needed to know if Stick is the guy, and he's clearly not. So, sorry. You got to Hawk Tua that thing.
That's right.
Hawk Tua.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
By the way, in inspiration of that, our fantasy football league is now officially, with like some of our friends and stuff like that, and family. It's called Hawk Tua. Spit on that league.
Spit on that league. That's us, dude.
Yeah.
Charlie Whitehurst. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So James Kyle, final thoughts?
You guys start it out. I'll finish it up.
Well, look, it's still preseason. Maybe, next week I'm not going to say that I want to see the Chargers lose because I want to see the Chargers win. So because maybe I'm jinxing everything by saying that I want to see the Chargers lose. And
right.
Yeah. So no, next week the Chargers are winning.
Yes.
I'm manifesting that now. So against the Cowboys, the Cowgirls. Cowgirls, yeah. So obviously
they probably are the most annoying fans.
I think so. They're the most annoying fans.
The Raider. I hate the Raider fans just because I hate the Raider fans.
Yeah.
But I think they're the most annoying fans. Probably the Cowboy fans.
Yeah, probably Cowboy fans. Yeah. As a whole of the NFL, it's Cowboy fans.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
solid gold assholes.
And then for us as
Jaguars are pretty bad.
The Jaguars are pretty bad too.
Pretty bad too.
I mean, the Eagles fans are sometimes annoying too. Yeah. So, anyways, but we digress.
Exactly, Amber.
But obviously, look, it is preseason. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of the holes in the offense that we need to fill, and it's very glaringly in the quarterback room.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting too is that our wide receivers they're showing good things, but they're also we're showing more how our third string wide receivers. Oh gosh, that's a good one. I don't want to say that one out loud.
Yeah. We'll get canceled.
YouTube's gonna clap us on that one. But yeah, it's very glaringly that the quarterbacks is the biggest situation here, and then but I think the running wide receivers, we need to get a little bit more showtime for the wide receivers, I think, too, is my biggest thing. So, yeah. And James, I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah. So, even to say what Larry just said right now, I don't care if they go 0-4 this season. You better believe they'll be coming out swinging in regular season. And, dude, we're playing with 2s and 3s. There's a couple 1s in there. My opinion, Easton Stick did not look good, and you obviously got to punch in some touchdowns for once, my guy. You need to find that. But at the same side, the first drive didn't look bad. Second drive, you almost had the ability to be able to punch one in for us, and then you fumble the ball at the 1-yard line, essentially. But there was some progress there, guys, with our backup. So I'm not going to be completely out on Easton Stick. Call me a little crazy or anything like that. I'd still like to see some more competition. I'd like to see Luis Perez start next week just to see where he's at too. But I think there's some progress here, guys. And once again, preseason's just practice for the guys in depth. They're just trying to find various players that you could find to add depth to this team. And, obviously the quarterback is one that's going to be on the spotlight always because everybody wants to see Justin Herbert ability at the quarterback 2 level kind of thing. So bottom line, when the season starts, this team's going to be ready to rock, dude. And I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. So on to the next, and then it's going to be real from that point on, guys.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, again.
He had one touchdown last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Throwing, that is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about rushing.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, the Raiders are currently playing the Cowboys, and it's 3-3 a couple minutes into the quarter 2, and Gardner Minshew is the starting quarterback. So
got it.
Not like they might have much of an offense. And if our offense is any sort of inclination of what it's going to be, that week 1 game against the Raiders might be a 6-3 type game or something crazy like that.
Oh, dang.
Which would be that would be wild.
Yeah, and the defense is usually always ahead of the offense at the beginning of the season. Always.
Yeah.
So just understand that. They just always, because the defense is usually fairly simple. When you're installing a new offense, there's new verbiage, there's things going wrong. Your rookie's running it. They're doing the best to figure it out. But this is great. Marcus Stick has proven nothing. And he really hasn't, man.
Right.
I mean, I'm out on him at this point. Like I think we need to go with somebody different personally. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But again, defense looked good. Offense looked abysmal.
Yeah.
But again, the one thing I will say, and I'm going to go back, obviously look at the video. They are rotating a lot of players, guys. Like that is also very difficult to get in any kind of rhythm when you're rotating so many players. Again, it's easier on the defensive side of the ball. It's not easier on the offensive side of the ball, especially offensive line play. So they're putting a lot of pressure on them to be successful. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. To be fair, let me say one thing too, though. Our backup center, that homie with long hair, looked a little bit better than Hymas, I thought, the second half of the season. Second half of this game, he looked a lot better. Dude, Hymas looked bad. I mean, I was like, bro, this guy sucks, So I want to go back and watch the footage of that. I want to see how bad Leatherwood was because he looked pretty horrible from what I could tell.
Yeah.
I think he might.
I want to go back on Easton Stick. He actually had 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown and only had 1 pick. But he obviously had 5 fumbles on top of that. So you're in a negative essentially at that point. So and that was pretty much that Raider game, Yeah. And it's kind of cool too, actually, just one last little bit. Kay Adams show that had the interview with all the players and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Andy's Levi's always rise when we talk about that, But one game against the Raiders, and then we have a little chip on our shoulder. So once again, they have this Charger teams has their chip on their shoulder for that week 1 game. They're going to bring it for sure. So they want to be able to beat them by 40. How about that? That would be amazing.
Yeah. Ooh, Kay Adams, she looking good, dude. Oh, the illegal things I would do with her.
Oh boy.
Oh, Kay Adams.
Oh boy.
I'll buy her a salad. I'll get whatever we need. Let's go for it.
You might need to get a lobster dinner for her.
Fine, I'll buy her a lobster dinner. I'll get her some lobsters. That's fine. She go get a lobster. That's fine. I'm cool with it. I'll whisper sweet nothings into her ear. I mean, I know what to say. I know what to say.
Yeah.
Carlos, Kay Adams ain't a snack. She's a whole meal. Ooh, yeah. Dibs, Carlos. Dibs.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Dibs.
Okay. Dibs.
Yeah.
All righty, guys. Well, we're the Bolt Bros. And hey, guys, preseason, guys, just remember that it's preseason. Don't
panic.
Yeah. Don't drink a bottle of tequila tonight. Okay. You know what I'm saying, guys? Don't just keep it classy, just we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Get in line and get in line.
Yeah.
Right. All righty, guys. Well, we're the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.
Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night.